Hello everyone, how is it going? It's Shabir from Velo City and welcome to our Touhou Wednesday tradition. How's it going everyone? Hope you've had a great week. It's hump day actually, almost we're past the middle of the week now. Hello everyone. Grim, hello. Streams Scarlet, hello. Mint, Ghost of Mint, hello. Duxless, hello. Welcome everyone. Hope you guys are having a great time. Theodore, enjoy the VOD man. Thank you so much for dropping by. Jackson, hello. Guys, it is now time for Touhou. Oh, Mr. Philcat, hello. Right. Yo, man. Bro, speaking of games, oh my god, guys. Wait, are we serious that the remake is only a month away? Well, yeah, it's already August. And it's in September. Dude, where has this year gone, man? Like, genuinely, where has this year gone? It's been nuts, dude. Absolutely nuts. Wow. My PlayStation is still in my studio, by the way, so I'm ready to play it as soon as it drops, man. Oh my god. Speaking of drops, oh my god, I don't know, it's a bit off topic. I don't know how many of y'all are Lord of the Rings fans, but they just shadow dropped War in the North not even a remake, bro. It's literally just a port to Steam or like to console, to Steam and all of that, especially, which is very, very nice because it was delisted from Steam as well, right? How's it going? Welcome, thank you. But yeah, absolutely wild, man. Oh my god, massive fan of that game. I played the hell out of it when I was younger, and I was very sad that it's just not available to play. It was lost media, bro. And now it's officially released. You can play online co-op and everything. I can't wait to play it with the boys. But yeah, man, it's good. Like, I'm glad these games are, you know, getting preserved, man. So similar topic to Scarlet Mansion, right? Yeah, how's it going? Welcome. But yeah, it's great. But anyways, guys, today is gonna be a lot of fun. We have a playlist, but before we have that playlist, we actually do have some light reading. Krim, if you could get me an OST playlist, I would very much appreciate that. Or good morning, if you get a chance, check out the VOD for Otaku Stage on the website. Live performance was at Otaku this past weekend, my hometown convention. Yo, dude, go Shabir. I love that, man. Hope you had. Did you go there? Were you there live? I mean, I assume you were, but hope you had fun, man. Hope you had fun. That sounds amazing. Thank you for the heads up there. All right. Love how long it took for chat to load on your end, or not on my screen, right? I haven't been looking at that actually. Yeah, bro, YouTube's just been a bit weird. I'm working on getting dual stream. Oh, okay, got you. I'm working on getting dual streams up and running, so anyone that prefers being on Twitch can be on Twitch. But yeah, all right. Nice. I love Ghost of Mint. Absolutely love that, man. Love it. Right. Let's guys, today we're gonna be reading Bohemian Archive, man. All right. Well, housekeeping, you guys know the drill, man. If you haven't already, be sure to follow our Twitch. That is where we're gonna be heading on over to right after we finish the reading section or clip section here, and be sure to subscribe to our VOD channel as well. Just the usual stuff. All right, guys, it is now time for Bohemian Archive in Japanese Red. I'm very excited for this, bro. This is the format of this looks incredible, man. All right. Oh, I still haven't finished this one. Let's have a look. More Aya time, yeah? Oh, there we go. We're almost done. Oh, actually, no, I see that. We got a couple hours left. Right, it's a chonker. Give me 1 second. Okay. It did indeed, thankfully. All right. Oh, my God. Yo, Chains of Scarlet. Cheering you on, man. All the best for it. Right, so guys, we just played Double Spoiler a couple of weeks ago. We had so much fun with that. And then we watched you guys just kick ass in Double Spoiler last week. So, right, this is perfect timing, man. Perfect timing. Here we go. Right. Dude, look at this. Look at this archive, internet archive, bro. Absolutely beautiful, man. Love it. I'm looking forward to it. So as you can see, we have 12.8 on the menu, and we also have the Touhou 6 remake, right? So lot of fun stuff in on queue. But yeah, man, I'm excited. Right then, I am full screen. Yeah, this is full screen. Okay. Did I say Touhou 9 remake? Oh, yeah, Touhou 6. All right. Can I? No, I think I have to. Yeah, okay, I'll say. Ooh. Rick, thank you very much. Thank you. Welcome. Right. Well, slacking off all day just because it's hot. Okay, no worries. Oh, I'm just making my 3 p.m. snack break. Bro, this is... Oh, yeah. Okay, we're at the shrine. I was like, is this Korindo Or nah. You'll finish cleaning at this rate. Where's the need to hurry anyway? Just take it easy. Extra the wind. Ah, an extra. What's this? A crow went around distributing it a while ago. An extra is something that gets distributed door to door like a normal newspaper. They sure don't take it easy. Let's see. Ferries and private houses repeatedly struck by lightning. Be careful when traveling by air at the end of the rainy season. What is this? It's been a week since the rainy season ended. How can they call this an extra? Nice. Extra edition of Gintokyo's fastest and most accurate record of reality Bumbun Maru news. If you don't read this, there'll be no tomorrow. Right. Oh yeah, I mean there's nothing I can do because if I do that then you know, oh maybe I can just scroll actually. Yeah, that makes sense. Almost done with the distribution. It'd be great if today's extra is useful to the readers. But for this year's competition... Wait, which way am I reading? I'm so confused. The pages are flipping that way, but it's manga. I assume it's left to right, but right to left text. Oh, let's find out. Oh my god, man. I haven't read manga in ages, and now this is even more confusing than the regular scroll. It is left to right, yeah? Okay. Alright, cool. Yeah, that's it. Okay, pages are left to right, paneling is right to left. Okay, sure, that's totally not confusing. Alright. Well, let's find out the impact of the extra layer later. For now, I should write articles for the regular paper. Stock of material is getting pretty big. Big news! A thief broke into a Scarlet Devil mansion, eh? You really just do slack up all day. Take it easy. And the thief? Hey, look at this article. A burglary case at the Scarlet Mansion, or so it says. I wonder what was stolen. But no matter how I look at it, aren't you the culprit? Huh? Is that so? I didn't do anything wrong, eh? You grow forgetful because of the heat, I see. Midsummer burglary culprit caught in the act. They even got a picture of the crime, huh? Oh, man. Anyway, this crime scene photograph, well, it was you that got caught. But what's worse is that the reporter is that person. Having fun discussing my newspaper. Thank you very much for your support. Speak of the devil. I wonder what kind of business she has today. Oh, what a track. Today I'm collecting opinions on the extra that I distributed yesterday. Extra? Ah, yesterday's newsprint, right? It's newspaper, not newsprint. You call that an extra? The news is outdated and there's nothing urgent to report. There's no point in warning people after the danger is over. That's just because I wanted to publish an extra. Then I guess there's no helping it. Is that so? An extra is published when something uncommon happens. It's not something that you publish just when you want to publish. Who's lecturing? Oh, wait, who is lecturing her? Ah. I love it, man. Oh, goodness. Oh, guys, give me 1 second. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me just get this sorted for my editor real quick. Sorry, mate. Let me just do that for you right now. Where are we? 44, yeah? That is gonna be... 44 part 1. Was that July? Okay. Okay, cool. Sorry guys, give me 1 second and there we go. Uploading. Okay, cool. Alright. There's nothing big happening in Tokyo, is there? Let's take it easy. I think there were a lot of big events though. Which spell from Double Spoiler do you remember the most? Oh, that's it. It's got an easy answer there. That's thing, man. The flipping the snake one. The continuous fishing line, whatever it was, man. Kicked my ass, bro. I genuinely did not know. I was like, that's a puzzle. I don't know how to do this puzzle. By the way, why don't you write about my heroic deeds? Well, yeah, that's an easy answer for me. Because I only write about the truth. Oh my goodness. Heroic deed, like having parties 10 days in a row? 11 days, wasn't it? That's not it. I mean something like the time I decided to be settled the abnormal flower blooming incident. I cannot confirm what happened in spring this year, so I cannot make an article out of that. Okay. Because nobody saw me work nobody saw me work so hard to solve it. Don't worry, it's full of lies anyway. All rain does sack up like every day, eh? Yo, Ernest, how's it going, man? Welcome. Here we go. By the way, why did you suddenly publish an extra even though there are no big events to begin with? The reason is there will be a newspaper competition among us Tengu. Oh, competition like smashing Tengu notes with rolled up newspapers. The winner is judged by the number of copies printed. It's an annual tradition. I always lose, so this year I have to win. So I published the extra to promote the newspaper. I see, it's a teaser. An extra is a special issue that makes people read a newspaper that they normally wouldn't, right? I kind of agree, but I sort of agree, but you're wrong, eh? Oh, okay. Bohemian Archive in Japanese red. Content. Wow. 2 extra of the win, 19 Boomer newspaper, and 154 unlogical comics. Okay. And then it's the interview. Bloody hell. Okay then. Wow. With references and everything. Oh my god. What is this? Harvard referencing style? Oh yeah. Or is it the other one? Can't remember, man. It's been a long time since I've been in academia. Oh man. Oh, okay. Oh, is that? Wait. Is that the one that everyone like is too much edge, bro? Too much edge for Touhou. Is that one? In a string of successive midsummer burglaries, the culprit was photographed in the act. That makes the 5th time this month, said an exasperated resident. On the day of Maru at about noon, another burglary occurred at the Scarlet Devil Mansion. Oh, a better question. Which character do you want to be featured with you on the thumbnail art? Ooh, crib. Oh, man. Oh, that's a good one. Who was the one that I struggled the most on? It was just before I kicked the bucket girl's ass, bruh. It was just before her. She had my number, man. She was just destroying me left, right, and center. Can't remember. Honestly, no one really sticks out to me. Hey, Soup, how's it going, man? Welcome. No one really sticks out to me. Yeah, I don't know. I don't actually know. Yeah, I don't know. Dealer's choice, I'd say. Right. Shizuha, Minoriko, Hina, Yamame, Pasi, and Kisume. Yo, hey, Jeremiah, welcome. I agreed, man. I love it so much, bro. I don't know. I'm not actually sure, Krim. I'll leave it up to you. I'll leave it to dealer's choice. Because you picked the other ones. The other ones are obvious ones, right? This one, I felt like I did kind of okay, but yeah, no, it's all on you. Right. Ever since the Scarlet Mist incident last month, there's been a surprising number of successful break-ins. Not even a month has elapsed since the incident, and yet more than 10 break-ins have occurred. Our newspaper, as a result of the 3-day stakeout, managed to obtain photographs of a burglary in progress. Regrettably, the crime could not be stopped because the journalist in charge was completely devoted to photography. Wait a second. We saw Aya photograph this in Kaleidoscope in the anime. Dude, right. I love it, man. And the Salty, how's it going? Welcome. Okay. The criminal appears to be Marisa Kirisame, a human who lives in an unkempt house in the Forest of Magic. When the victims of these crimes, the residents of the mansion, were questioned, they were evasive in their reply. But we already know what the culprit is. It wouldn't be unreasonable to think that there's some relationship between this and the earlier Scarlet Mist incident. The crime was very simple. After casually sneaking in through the back entrance, the criminal acted as if she owned the place, walked about inside the mansion. She then left with whatever books she felt like taking. It's hard to believe that the palatial Scarlet Devil Mansion would ever be completely unoccupied. I couldn't help but think that he must have slackened the security to allow these thefts to happen while surely somebody was present. In that case, since the mansion wasn't. Right. This is great. Empty, it might not be accurate to call it a burglary. However, it seemed to be neither mugging nor swindling, so it seemed to be the most appropriate name. For that reason, the article had settled on the term burglary. According to the resident who was robbed, the criminal left the following words: "Me, a burglar? That's just mean. These guys dug in didn't mean I stole anything. My life is way shorter than yours anyway, so can't you just take back everything after I kicked the bucket?" Oh my god. Hey, Space Ray, how's it going, man? Welcome. Short yap today, indeed. But that being said, we pretty much just started reading this. Right. Hope you're doing well, man. Okay. I'm just borrowing until then. I should be good for this job I'm taking that way too. The content of the... I mean, there's a chance that she could live longer than a human, right? She is a magician after all. Content of the X are very human-like and childish, but it's more surprising that the couple and the residents regularly converse. Yeah. Alright, Marisa, what is this third-rate rag? It's a Bunbun Maru newspaper reporting the most wonderful information with the fastest speed in Tokyo. I can't believe there's anyone who hasn't heard of it. Yep, third-rate. The contents are just awful. What kind of idiot would write stuff like this? Sometimes overly accurate information is criticized. You're the idiot who wrote this, aren't you? Even if I am criticized, I shall not stop writing. There's nothing more annoying than an active idiot. Besides, he says the fastest in Tokyo, but when did this story happen? Here happen. It was around the same time as the Scarlet Mist incident. I guess it's only 20 years ago, or maybe was it 12? 20 years ago? It's 2 years ago. Yeah, 10 o'clock is lost past year. What's the point in writing about ancient history? Okay, Marisa Kiri-san, one of the protagonists of the Touhou series, an ordinary magician. She has an obsession with collecting things. For instance, embodiment of Scarlet Devil. First appearance, yeah? Wow. Perfect cherry blossom, immaterial missing power, imperishable night, phantasmagoria of flower view. Alright. Wow, so EOSD really introduced so many things, man. So many new characters. So many like iconic characters. Right, this newspaper itself was published 2 years ago. You saw my camera and said, I want to see an article with my picture in it. That's why I found it for you. I guess that doesn't sound like me. Alright. Don't really see many working cameras in Tokyo. Hey, wait a minute. You wrote an article about me without asking permission and didn't tell me about it for 3 years? My duty is to report the bro, why does the way she the way she sounds just gives me Joey from Yu-Gi-Oh vibes, the English dub. The Brooklyn accent. Oh my god. Right. Okay. My duty is to report the true form against Tokyo. You sure one slight grow, huh? Wonder where you've been hiding. We Tengu have always been watching all of Gensokyo from the sky. Yeah, and we can hear gossip on the wind. No matter where you commit a crime, you can't keep it a secret. You mean you Tengu has superpowered eyes and ears and nothing better to do? Can you smell as well as dogs? No comment. Come to think of it, there's a rumor that when we have a feast outside full of good food and drink, your friends will come out of nowhere and join in. So yeah, about as good as dogs. That's a baseless rumor. You shouldn't spread rumors like that. Oh, you don't say. Still, considering the article hasn't been criticized for 2 years, it don't look like you got too many subscribers. I hope you guys like the horrible Brooklyn accent there. I've got to popularize my newspaper more. I think your paper's quality matches its popularity. By the way, I heard I could get sake, detergent, and amulets by reading a newspaper in the outside world. How about yours? No, you cannot. I think at least sake would be good. I said no. The Bunbun newspaper gives top priority to its content. Too bad the articles aren't that good. Still, I'll take this one since it's a pretty good shot of me. Aya's getting harassed, man. No, this one is for my archives. I can't just give it away. I'm just borrowing it till I kick the bucket. You really seem like a human who'll live for a long time. Yeah, that's what I said. Alright. Okay, has this been uploaded now? Oh, no, still not. Okay. Let's go. It's hard to translate, but in Japanese she's blunt and somewhat rude. I can imagine, like, with the Z's, and I'm pretty sure she says ore and omae, right? Like, I'm certain she says that. Got you. Treasure hunters race the night, a pipe, a spinning top, and a snapping turtle. Why she steals such strange things? At dawn on the that day, a human snuck into several places and who? Sakuya? And collected various objects. It's revealed by the report from a victim. The criminal stuck into the victim's house and tried to steal a tool called the hakero, which was the victim's treasure possession. How unfortunately, the victim hadn't fallen asleep yet, so the theft was spoiled. The criminal was Sakuya, yeah. I'm glad you liked it. The criminal Sakuya is a human, the head maid of the Scarlet Devil Mansion, which stands on the edge of the lake. When the victim caught her, she had several odd things in her possession, so the victim followed her to the Scarlet Devil Mansion, suspecting something. Is that Yomu? Who is that? I don't know. Let's see. Something was amiss. Suspecting was amiss. The criminal made the excuse below. These items are for a spell to go to the moon. The mistress. Oh! What? The mistress insisted that she wanted to go there before dawn, so I gathered the material required for her. I would have returned everything when the sun rose. The day this happened, there was an incident that extended the length of the night to be longer than usual, which caused a rash of unusual occurrences. The criminal also seemed slightly confused and appeared to not fully understand our words. A pipe is a substitute for a rocket, a spinning top is for a gyroscope, and the blood of a snapping turtle works as a liquid fuel. Well, it certainly looks similar, does it not? Of course, the Hakero is a rocket engine. However, I really have no idea what Armstrong meant. The criminal is a sensible and reputable maid among the humans in Tokyo, so her unusual behavior was beyond conspicuous that day. Yet she has a habit of gathering unusual... Hold on. Let's go. Okay. Yeah, right. A Southern American accent. Alright. Oh, lovely soup. Oh, wait, by the way, I think I can probably zoom in a bit more. Just, yeah, I think that works, actually, for this one. Right. Items like the bamboo flowers, blue diamonds, and the like, I think that led her to commit the strange crime. The victim... Marisa, oh my god. Another day of not recognizing Marisa without her hat, man. Flip it up, bro. I love how no one said it. No one corrected me. Like, no, Shabir, you got it wrong. I love it. The victim, Marisa Kirisame, human, made the following comment about the incident. I take it, whatever she wants gets on my nerves. She said she'd give her back later, but she was obviously lying. This time, she's... Pot, kettle. Oh my god. Pay attention to the braid. No braid visible there, man. She's with bedhead right there. She said she'd give it back later, but she was obviously lying. I don't know why I went Scottish there. This time, the Hakero was returned safely, so the victim didn't pursue further. The criminal maid and the residents of Scarlet Devil Mansion also declined to comment. That's why their motivation and purpose are, in the end, uncertain. Illusory music. Whenever you see a picture of delicious-looking food, you can almost smell and taste it. As the sense of smell and the sense of taste are imagined by the mind, they are both true and false. Thinking about it this way, music is more than just something that comes from sound. If music is something that can shape a world, by contrast, it is something that can also recall memories. When you talk about music, it absolutely is essential to talk about these senses as well. The illusion that there are none who never get the wrong impression is just that, an illusion. In this article, I've written whatever I can remember about the illusions I saw when I composed these songs. However, my inability to write well about my older days is also an illusion. Hakure Kanushi. Who's that? What that mean? It's already been more than half a year. May I ask you about the truth behind this incident? May I have your name, please? Please don't fake ignorance. I suppose you're involved not only in this, but the Eternal Night incident as well. Okay. Yeah. The incident where the dawn would not break, the movement of the moon would completely stop. The yokai easily influenced by the moon, as well as the humans who sleep at night were confused of all the recent incidents. It was the most. Yeah, Jackson, I believe the manga is just the introduction. So the main thing is the book, right? So the collection of articles. The manga is just the introduction for it, it looks like. Okay. Sake Soyoi, a human working as a head maid at the Scarlet Devil Mansion, has the ability to manipulate time. Alright. Yes, I can stop time, but not the night. But why did you collect all those strange things? Those were my lady's orders. I cannot talk about the details. Please leave the premises. And where is your mistress? I have some questions to ask her. The lady doesn't remember such trivial matters. It would be a fruitless effort to ask her. I guess that's that. Speaking of it, do you really not remember anything at all? Do not remember. Have you not heard enough? Those are items needed for the magic spell to reach the moon. Lady Patchley, I shall prepare the tea at once. It's already tea time, and yet you haven't brought me tea, so I came to check. Wait, a magic spell to reach the moon? You're going to use those items to go to the moon? Who are you? I'm a newspaper reporter, and I seek only the truth. So how did it go? Did you go to the moon? In the end, we failed. The magic of the outside world is too complex. It would be futile unless we concentrate all of the powers in Gensokyo. But what Sakuya ended up bringing me was not liquid fuel, and the message of the turtle, which I understood instantly. I put something unusual in today's tea. Alright. Oh, that's how it works here. It's about right. In the end, the moon suddenly disappeared. And the morning came. Several denizens stick to uncommon information that the resolution started with the Hakuri Shrine Maiden and Sakuya Tsuyoy, but the entirety of the incident remains in the rumor mill. Right. Makes sense. Okay. Cool. Alright. Oh, hello. Dash, I'm so sorry. Bro, genuinely, I have no idea what I set it to like 8 p.m. or something. I was like, I don't know what happened. I'm so sorry. You know what? 8 p.m. That's 20. I must have been so sleepy. I saw 20 and set it to that thinking 2 p.m. You know what I'm saying? Ah, horrible, man. Like, yesterday was such a mess for me, bro. So, like, my brain was... I was so scatterbrained. I was so busy yesterday. So, yeah, I don't know. Like, Krim sent me a message when I, you know, in the afternoon, right? And I was busy then as well. And he was like, is that the right time? 9:35? Oh, it must have been a default time then. Like, YouTube must have given me a default time and I just didn't change it. That's probably what it was. Oh, my God. Yeah, sorry about that. But if in doubt, it will always be around this time. You know, the 2 to 3 p.m. like range. So, isn't the default? No, it's not. The default is it basically gives you a time around. It changes. Yeah. I thought it was sorry about that, man. I do apologize. Oh man. All right. No, yeah, streamed it. I don't know what it does. It basically gets you your current time and then calculates like a I don't know, man. Like maybe like 6 hours later or something like that. I don't even know. But yeah. Tell message. You mean a proverb like different that between a stamping towel and the moon? Do you understand the meaning that proverb of that proverb at all? It doesn't really mean things that are similar looking but can't be compared. It means illusion and reality, the palpable and the abstract. So as soon as she showed me all that was needed, I knew we can go to the moon. We will be having tea time now. Will you be joining us as well, Messiah? I believe this conversation will take some time, so you're welcome to stay. Okay. A&T hosts the Lunar Capital Expo, Lunar Rovers, Moon Rabbit, Mochi Pounding Show, etc. Right. Welcome. I delayed quite a lot, so you're all good. We're only on chapter 26, but that's a bit misleading because we had some manga in the beginning. So we only read a few pages so far. From this month on, the Lunar Capital Expo is being held at A&T to share knowledge. But oh, nice. I'm not gonna lie to you, I can't see it from here. My chat is so small, but if you guys can see it, I hope you like it. Right. Let's see. Current exhibits include moon rocks, the flags human planted on the moon, and other relics that represent the peak of moon civilization. A show demonstrating the traditional methods of moon rabbits used to pound mochi was also being planned. On the first day, a huge crowd of guests have come to visit, including humans and yokai that have a high level of interest in the moon. Many repeat visitors. The organizer of this event, Kaguya Horizon, self-proclaimed human, explained its intended purpose. Here at home, I have many items related to the moon. For some reason, I felt I needed to keep them to myself at first, but now I don't mind anymore, and I wish for everyone to come pay to see them, since it would be a way to just hide them away. If I'll be able to instill even just a little bit of interest in the moon through the expo, I will be just filled with elation. One of the showpieces is the Moon History Building, where you can learn about the previously unknown history of the lunar capital alongside fascinating tools and vehicles from back then. Also an old cart that would fly in the sky despite being pulled by oxen, kimono that continue to shine even now, and a lunar rover that can travel over any sort of lunar terrain. It's one of the charms of the Lunar Capital Expo that you can't tell exactly how genuine the exhibits are. Aside from today, they are holding a moon rabbit mochi pounding show. Here all the participants are given mochi pounded by the moon rabbit. 2 hours since the show started. Ooh, I like this. The queue for the show already resembles the longest night. Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's been so long since I've read a book. That sounds crazy. No, since like I've read a hard printed book or a PDF copy of a book, right? I am not used to this line spacing, man. Or the font even. I'm really not used to this, man. I only read oh, this is a great track, man. I only read you know, like online formats now. So yeah, this is some tough line spacing, I can't lie. Oh my god, especially with my distance from the monitor right now. Alright. A self-proclaimed rabbit from the moon, Reisen Udongen Inaba Rabbit, said this when she saw the line. Doesn't matter who pounded it, mochi still tastes the same. Just let me take a little break. I told them this plan wouldn't work since I'm the only moon rabbit here. It's become too disorderly due to the popularity. They may have a different event for tomorrow. On the other hand, if they do... Agreed. Oh my god. Kowalski getting too dangerous with these fanfics now, man. On the other hand, if they do plan an exciting new event, it may help to keep the visitors from getting bored. The Lunar Capital Expo is a fantastic virtual tour of the moon before winter comes. Why not come over and see it? It's not just the font. The font is okay. Like I can live with the font, but the line spacing, like this is too much, man. I mean, it's too close to each other. The line spacing that I like, I mean, current industry standards for online text is much larger than that for line spacing. But yeah. Losing Magic Shanghai Tea House Chinese tea song from Embodiment Scarlet Devil. I went through a lot of distress to make this song give off an energetic, refreshing feeling. Unlike most other shooting game songs, they tend to be serious and dark. Shooting games have a number of cool pop and dance music style songs in them, but there is a surprising lack of cheery songs. This song resembles a fantastic wide open eastern sky, just like a hallucination of seeing paradise right before you. By the way, the song is titled Shanghai Tea House because when I first started making Embodiment of Scarlet Devil, it was titled Touhou Kochaken Tea House. The song made such an impression on me. What, random Zun except here? Oh my god. I used the game's title as the song name too, but the game title ended up not matching the story, so I changed it. The Lunar Capital Expo ended with great success, but what did you think of it? Oh yeah, what's up? Kaguya Horizon. Oh, there is a CD for this. Oh, okay, right, okay. Well, we got a CD for this. Hit me, lovely. All right. The Prince of the Moon that lives in hiding on Earth due to the Right. That lives in hiding on Earth due to the crime she has committed. Okay, in order to avoid contact with the lunar emissaries, she made Eirin Yagokoro hide the full moon, but imperishable night. Okay. It went so well. I wouldn't mind having it every year. The rabbit mochi was so extremely delicious. I'd like to write a review of it next time, seeing as the article on the expo was well received. Oh, we haven't decided if we're going to hold another one, but if we do it, I'll let you know. Anyway, you had many strange things that have never been seen before on display. How did you get a hold of them? Lovely. Thank you, Krim. All right, guys, we're just switching OST tracks over real quick. Ah, beautiful. Then we'll go back. Ah, beautiful. Oh! Let's go. Oh! The electro swing. Okay. Alright. Anyway, you had many strange things that have never been seen before on display. How did you get a hold of them? I just all of a sudden remembered that I had them. My house is full of ancient things that haven't even been touched since the time when I last saw them. How long ago would that be? Very, very long ago. Let's see. You said these are all items from the moon, but they don't look that out of the ordinary to me. Are you saying I'm deceiving people? Well, that's how exhibitions usually go. These kinds of events are a good time to use deceit and trickery. A lot of people like that these days. They just have to see through the chain with their own cheating to enjoy the fabrication. The story is the story. But if there are unbelievable truth mixed in with the lies, would they still see through it? In certain situations, you can. Well then, what's your honest opinion of the expo? Well, I can't say for sure, but there seems to be some fake item mixed in. I see, it looks like you suspect everything unless you see it with your own eyes. You seem like the kind of person... Right, okay, I'm not gonna lie, Krim. Probably not. I'll just have it listen and then... there's only so much I can focus on. Alright. Who doesn't believe the humans went to the moon or thinks the Earth is flat? That's a cool way of wording it. Regarding the Lunarian descending to the surface, does it matter if it really happened? To begin, the part where I felt was kind of fake, wasn't that? Or maybe it was. It would be nice if it were. Let's leave that topic aside. Why do you have so many things that relate to the moon? Good question. What was on exhibit at the Lunar Capital Expo? Yeah. Is about average among others with similar taste for the fantastic. Yes, that is true. A taste for the fantastic has been part of my lineage for a very long time. However, think of it, nobody would even think of collecting such a strange thing. Normal people, that is. Really? There were several times where we were almost robbed during the exhibition, you know. Though our rabbit security force... Blue Ark, I mentioned? Prevent that from happening. Those with fantastic tastes are everywhere. It's because Earth is like a place where the curious gather. Right, got you. A new dream medicine for modern Gensokyo. Good news for the stressed contemporary yokai. Oh my, hello. Gensokyo's master of medicine, Eirin Yagokoro, self-proclaimed human, has developed a new dream medicine for modern troubled people that lets one enjoy sweet dreams. The name of the new drug is Butterfly Dream Pill. It takes the name from the dream it induces. One becomes a butterfly and enjoys oneself. A few doses of the red pill before bed will prevent nightmares and create an enjoyable dream for a good night's sleep. Yagokoro explains the specifics of what led to the development of this medicine. Seeing in Tokyo, everyone are either yokai or demons or ghosts or such. So they're all fit and robust. There isn't really much of a demand for medicine for physical illnesses. These kind of beings are comprised mostly of spirit. Therefore, if they need any sort of care, it will be for their mentality. The origin of the dream medicine was sparked by this realization. The dream world isn't another self, said Yagokoro. The dream is too enjoyable. There's a chance that the real world and the dream world may switch places, so one must be careful of overdosing. Oh shoot, okay. That's why it's capitalized, yeah? The proper noun. The medicine itself has existed since ancient times. In the past, there were many humans who took medicine and could not return from the dream world. In the new formula, I've weakened the potency and reduced the side effects. However, wow. However, there are people who say the good things happen in nightmares as well. For those people who enjoy a little thrill in their dreams, the Butterfly Dream Pill Nightmare Type is also available. This one is a black pill, and when taken, for the nightmares to occur. Wow, okay. Alright, 1 second. There we go. Alright. Alright, there you go. Damn, crazy. Oh. That's wild, yeah, okay. It's been a while. How are the Butterfly Dream Pill sales going? Let me just make sure I didn't skip one. Okay, yeah. Just a little here and there. This minor newspaper doesn't seem to have much exposure. I'm trying my best to improve. In which areas is newspaper distributed? Most of those who want the latest news in Tokyo, the fastest are reading it. Tokyo is full of those who don't care what happened in the world as long as the person surrounding them are fine. Exactly. Where would there be anyone who needs information enough to get a newspaper? Mostly fellow Tengu, so it's like a school newspaper. The other readers, for example, according to the owners, a loyal subscriber, the target audience for Butterfly Dream Pill. I doubt he's worried about nightmares. By the way, what kind of people buy Butterfly Dream Pill? I can't release personal information for the sake of privacy. I don't think who bought what is really personal information. It might be so. Since the purchase and selling of things is a system humans established, prevention of the flow of information reduces the efficiency of the system. Without information, a healthy market is impossible, and shady businesses can get away with cheating. Wow. Eren Yagokoro, a former resident of the moon in the service of Kaguya, a genius apothecary. She is even able to concoct the Horai elixir which grants the user eternal youth. For some reason, she hid the real full moon and replaced it with a fake, not so full one. Good luck, Chains. First place, the reason merchants say I won't leak your information is because it's just another form of advertisement to appeal to their customers. I'm guessing what you're trying to say is that that unless information is more open, the only one making a profit will benefit. Yet they do not realize in doing so, the whole system will collapse eventually, right? Well, no, I didn't say that much, but I do agree that information shouldn't be hidden. Like I in the past saying that thing. Wait, what? What? That thing, the lady over there bought them all just now, don't you know? I'm making the whereabouts of the product. What the hell is happening? I'm making the whereabouts of the product clear as day. They may have been hoping for a possible economical development. Why the accent? But really, let's get back on track. It doesn't seem like you want to tell me about your customers after all. There's a puppeteer from the forest for one. I tried the butterfly dream pill myself, but I don't really understand the effect. Huh? Is that true? I did dream of becoming a butterfly flying gracefully through the air, but whether that's an enjoyable dream or not is... You seem carefree. After all, you weren't having any problem with the dream in the first place, right? Oh. Love it. You're not mentally exhausted enough to need therapy. That's also true, but I guess what I mean to say is there wasn't any sense of speed. I haven't flown that slowly since my feathers grew. So that's what you meant. Well then, for you, please give the nightmare type a try. It's so fast, it might even be enjoyable. Alright. Large number of straw effigies found in forests behind the shrine. The still living tradition and the artisan. Alright, on that date, a great quantity of human-shaped dolls made from straw were found nailed, oh my god, to the tree behind the shrine. The act of affixing human-shaped dolls to a tree without the can't see them, it's an ancient ritual. It was a surprise to see this is still being practiced in modern times. However, calling them mere dolls is not an accurate depiction of their craftsmanship. They practically worked of art. I wanted to learn more about The craftsmen bring this ancient tradition into present. Since I had to ascertain their identity, I conducted a stakeout over the area behind the shrine. After 3 days, the doll maker Alice Margatroyd magician finally appeared. Margatroyd was happy to give me a brief statement despite a surprise. These true effigies are a type of doll. You can't cut any corners while making them. So when do you think their finest moment is? It goes without saying that it's when they're nailed to a tree. That's why I secretly come here to put them up. The artisan alright. The artisan began affixing the figures to the trees using nails. This time I tried to ask why she decided to use such relatively minor traditional art forms such as straw figures. Obviously because they say if you make one according to certain rules, you can place a curse on someone's soul. I believe that led to the creation of the doll. People ask why dolls are in the form of humans. I believe it's because it allows for a mystical connection to an object, to a subject. If you pierce the effigy with a nail, the subject will feel pain as well. If I can understand the dynamic better, I believe I can come a step closer to my goal of creating an independently moving doll. That's why I'm creating these straw figures. Oh, it's not like I hold a grudge against anyone, honestly. And so the artist began hammering the dolls again. Though she said it was only for research, she returned to her performance so vigorously and with such a terrifying expression that I decided to not bother her with any further and ended my questioning. Traditional crafts such as this are lost as the ages pass. The only ones who can preserve them are not the humans who try to hide them, but yokai. It's because it's easier for yokai who often live alone for longer periods of time to leave remnants of the past and they were in olden days than it is for the humans. The society can change in the blink of an eye. To all yokai living today, perhaps it would be best to not only keep an eye on the future, but to occasionally stop and to examine the past. Alright. Illusion Magic, Forest of Dolls. Song from Dolls in Pseudo Paradise. This song creates a sensation of rediscovering yourself and showing off how you change. The intro represents newfound refinement and that would suit the lingering scent of tobacco. But when you get to the main part, you've pretty much gone back to your old self. I can remember writing that I wanted to make a cool song this time. I think if I tried redoing this song, it would come out really great, but that would be too much of a pain. This image gives me a vision of a town where rain is quietly falling. In fact, this song that lets me imagine the existence of humans, which is rare. The title kind of makes it feel like an old ruined human village. Well, I guess it would depend on the self in question. Alright. Alice Margatroyd. Though she doesn't look any different from a human, since she is a member of the race of magicians, she is not human. As she is an avid collector like Marissa, a large number of dolls and other magic items scattered throughout her house. Okay. Oh no, you saw me? I did, and I even interviewed you. It really won't work if I'm seen nailing the dolls to trees. And I went to all that work picking just the right place and time. I've been hiding for 3 days. So that's why the effects were so weak. The effects? Oh, nothing. What did you come for today? There were some things I didn't have the chance to ask you, so I thought I'd come and write an article about your workshop while I was at it. I'd really appreciate it. My workshop? Well, I suppose I've been meaning to do some cleaning, so be careful on your way in. You certainly have a lot of dolls. Did you make them all yourself? Well, not all of them, I think, but most of them are my work. I think I asked you something similar the other day. Oh, that's all done, yeah? Oh, no, we still got more. Yeah, but the dolls you have here look much more like the subject than straw ones, don't they? Well, it's not just about how close the likeness is to the original. For example, if I made a doll of you, did something to it, I've just done something to a doll, right? But what if it was to a piece of paper with your name on it? It's indirect, but doesn't that signify you instead? I see. So in other words, when you use straw dolls, it's like you're not pounding nails into the doll, but into the person the dolls represent. Oh my god. Well, a piece of paper with somebody's name on it isn't as useful as if you've got a bit of their hair or something like that. But you know, it's really not like I'm holding a grudge against anyone. Just who were those dolls of? Let's move on to the next question. Okay, I understand. So please put down that hammer and those nails. So where were we? Oh my god, Alice, I did not expect that from her. Well, let's see. Can you please tell us about your stated goal about an independently moving doll? I'm sure I've seen something like that a long time ago. An independently moving and thinking doll. I poured my soul into making one. I've never been successful. I mean, it's easy enough to make a doll that will do something if I command it to, but beyond that, there's just so much more I need to learn. Have you really seen such a thing as a doll that thinks and moves on its own? Who made it and how? It certainly appeared to be moving by its own devices. In any case, I'll have to continue my research until I succeed. It looks like it'll be a long road. Thank you for your time and cooperation. Put the doll down, Alice. Let's not do anything rash. Okay. Spring summoning ritual held to counter prolonged cold wave, similar to an incantation to drive away the cold. Suddenly, in the month of that, due to the temperature being significantly lower than the average at this time of the year, the days of extremely cold weather continues. Okay. In the snowstorm, traces of something believed to resemble a ritual have been spotted. A magic specialist says this is a ritual to summon spring. In a spring summoning ritual, acting as if spring has come, creates an incantation that invites spring to come in actuality. The specifics aren't known, but signs of a person related to the cold wave being assaulted were found. It may or may not be related to this ritual. The victim of the assault was a yokai of winter, Letty White Rock. Okay, let you mention. Yokai jumped from the scene of the scuffle. She was completely beaten. Perhaps the one who started the fight felt it was a more reliable method than the spring summoning ceremony. After she recovered from being buried in the snow, we spoke critically of the event. Summoning spring? I don't know what that is, but it was a human who attacked me, despite their fear of yokai. Definitely Reimu. I was just flying around enjoying the long winter. Blizzards are an uncommon occurrence, so you'd think they'd be more eager to enjoy it. Okay. Bird flu, oh no. Ice fishing, ice huts, oh, and bird flu, good lord. Okay. The yokai who was attacked for a perceived connection to the cold wave did not agree with the idea of spring summoning ritual. Most likely the yokai celebrating, most like the yokai celebrating the snowstorm passed by the human-centered ritual, or a place that was irritated by the cold and then impulsively brought attention to herself. However, the spring summoning ritual is not complete once winter has been driven off, especially to say that after winter is driven away, there must be a ceremony to welcome spring. But the spring welcoming ceremony, that one makes things that look like cherry petals and scatters them. We get cherry blossom blizzard, for example. It's possible that the spring summoning ritual will continue until spring comes. Are we done now? We are done now. Okay. That's very nice. Spring still hasn't arrived, huh? This year's been so wonderful. Is it because of the long winter? That's right. It'd be better if it would just stay like this year round. Nothing good about spring. Just a whole lot of pollen flowing around. That's all. Anyways, I wonder why this year's winter has been so long. Do you suspect I'm behind this? It's beyond my abilities, I'll have you know. That was just a guess on my part, but since they finished the spring summoning ritual, it ought to be here soon. What kind of ritual is that? I'm just flying along, enjoying the weather, and suddenly I get attacked for no reason whatsoever. I imagine even humans are getting irritated. It's cold and the blizzard shows no sign of stopping. If not for that, I doubt you would have been assaulted, since human attacking yokai practically unheard of. Oh. Let's see, White Robe. Winter yokai that appears out of nowhere has the ability to manipulate cold. I guess you're right. Well, among the humans, I know one that would come at you. No, the reason this human, you can't mean the one who is welcoming spring. I mean, at tackles, you wouldn't happen to be all red and white by any chance. Boo-hoo-hoo. There simply wasn't anything you could have done. Just think of it as a stroke of bad luck. And does it even make sense? I was having so much fun playing around in the snow, and I thought I'd tease the human that showed up just a bit, that's all. By the way, what do you do during the other season? I go into a deep sleep during spring, stay inactive through summer, and nap during autumn. I stay hidden and rest in places out of reach of sunlight. I don't move or breathe much. Sure is a tough life. That's why I must enjoy winter for all it's worth. Actually got bullied by Reimu? Oh my god, man. Come on. But he gets treated as a scapegoat. Yeah. During the spring summoning ritual, clearly spring is more favored by everyone else. Can you really enjoy it? Winter's supposed to be cold. It's wrong to treat it so cruelly. Wouldn't everyone be happy if you try to stay active in summer and reduce the heat a little? Oh, that's a good idea. Well, that's what I like to say, but I manipulate the cold. Don't confuse it with manipulating cold air, like a certain fairy. It sounds similar to me. Those fairies are just minor anomalies of nature. I, on the other hand, am a great yokai that lives in nature. When it's cold out, making it even colder is my greatest joy. A yokai that has become complacent is a problem. A yokai's job is to attack humans. I did attack that human from before. But that doesn't work if you only come out as a sacrifice for a ritual. Anyway, I'm starting to feel chilly. Maybe I should leave now. That's so cold of you. I thought you said it was almost spring. Ah, okay, I see. I like her. Alright, speak the devil. Here we go. Alright, mysterious flower petals beneath the cherry tree. This is the work of a new religious organization. I reports from the inhabitants of Kentucky that around 4 p.m. on that day, a great number of cherry petals lay scattered beneath the cherry trees, which had not yet begun to blossom. As petals that have not blossomed cannot fall, I decided to investigate the matter further. As a result, I was able to establish that the petals were from a type of cherry tree that doesn't grow in Gensokyo. Finding this unusual, I decided to keep watch under the cherry trees, and after 3 days, I met somebody who seemed a likely suspect. That suspect was the mistress of the netherworld, Yuko Sagyoji, Ghost. When I found her, he was walking together with a servant who was carrying a large basket filled with flower petals, which I pointed out as implicating them in the current incident. The suspect responded, "You wish to know what we're doing? As you can see, we're returning to Gensokyo. It's spring. When we scatter these petals around, you'll see cherry petals. These cherry petals should bloom right before your eyes." Then when I asked if there was something special about the cherry blossoms, she said, "Of course, they're very special. If we spread them around, spring will come to Gensokyo." Saying this, reached into a servant's basket, took some cherry blossoms and threw them into the air. The blossoms of the cherry tree hadn't opened yet, but the petals slowly fluttered to the ground as if spring had visited the spot, and the suspect spun about dancing among the falling cherry blossom petals. Yuko and Yomu, yeah? Alright. It's extremely hard to understand, but the flower petals she was scattering about appeared to be natural flower petals, so it's likely no inherent danger in this incident. Spring's coming this year has been late compared to previous years, and the cherry blossoms haven't opened yet, leaving all of Gensokyo's inhabitant impatient. Perhaps this sprightly ghost was impatient for the arrival of spring. Yeah. Arrival of spring, and thought that she could at least enjoy a fabricated spring in that way. However, it still is a mystery how she obtained natural cherry blossom, where they were from, and what sort of cherry tree produced them. This is Gyoji replying to our interview. Okay. This year's cherry blossom blooming delayed drastically. Failure Gensokyo's first radio broadcast test. A phase pranked the localized downpour of the invisible rain. Oh my, the ghost in the article looks so elegant. Please don't talk about yourself like that. Oh, this is about me? I was just returning spring. The cherry blossoms opened soon after this, didn't they? When you say returning, it makes you sound like you borrowed it. I was borrowing it. I'm that shrine maiden. The shrine maiden? What does she have to do with this? I can make for another article. If you're interested, why not interview me? You can interrogate me to your heart's desire. No, thank you. But isn't this the freshness of the news important for newspaper article? This is too old. Yeah, right. Yuko Sagyoji, as the prince of the dead, she had the power to control death. She had her gardener Yomu gather Gensokyo spring in order to try to lit the seal on the yokai cherry tree, the Saigyo Ayakashi. She has a very simple and straightforward personality. Okay. Even if they're old and the interesting things are still interesting. If no one reports on them, no one may be able to realize the truth. But you might let something new and interesting get away. It's important to learn from the past. You can learn new things by examining the old. What are you calling old? I wasn't talking about how rude. I'm still a pert young soul. Getting back to the matter at hand. Why were you scattering about those cherry blossoms? I'd like to know the truth. Yes, I agree that the truth is most interesting. And as everyone is interested in different things, you could say the truth varies too. For example, these two buns. Look, now, no changing the subject. I'm asking you about the truth behind this matter. My, you're so impatient. What happened last year is ancient history. I've already forgotten all about it. When you just about to tell me something, you know the story of Old Man Hanasaka, who made an old dead tree flower by scattering magical ash on it? Old Man Hanasaka? How rude. I'm not that old. No, we weren't talking about you. Oh my god. Scattering about with magical flower petals full of love and affection. That wasn't ash. Maybe it was. Oh, sorry to hear that, Grim. Don't tell me you're trying to make the cherry tree flower by scattering cherry blossoms around. I was telling the spring that I borrowed from the shrine maiden with interest. Isn't that what you're supposed to do when you borrow things? In any case, from where did you get the cherry blossoms? There weren't any cherry trees in blossom at the time. Well, again, Tokyo cherry trees blossomed after that. And the cherry blossoms were just what I borrowed. So I had to return them, of course. By the way, are you going to eat that bun? This doesn't look like I make a good article. Please stop speaking so nonsensically. Oh my god. Alright, some location change that poltergeist content. No confusion during the shift in venue, but why move? Yeah, exactly. I learned that on that day, the poltergeists who were performing at Hakugyokuro suddenly announced a change of venues in the middle of their performance, moving the entire audience in front of the Scarlet Devil Mansion. Although there were no major disturbances, the concert continued after the move. Even the audience members were tilting their heads about the migration from the netherworld to the world of the living, wondering why. In the end, no explanation was given after the concert was over, and the audience was too excited to bother bringing up the question. The one behind such a clamorous concert were the Prism River sisters, Poltergeist. The elder sister and the leader of the ensemble, Lunasa Prism River, had this to say about the move. The air pressure had decreased. At the time in Gyokuro, the air pressure was decreasing, so if that continued, it was definitely going to rain, so I ordered my sisters to move. She also said that she didn't even tell her sisters Merlin Prism River and Lyrica Prism River the reason why they were moving. Exactly, man, exactly. Two peas in a pod right there. The rain will fall whether I told them or not, and the audience still followed us without complaining, even without knowing the reason. The audience loved the surprise of not knowing what's going to happen. If they knew the reason, then their move wouldn't be a surprise. It'd be an evacuation. They would surely object. Just as she thought, nobody in the audience said anything. If anything, they seemed to enjoy this unexpected occurrence. Touché, touché. All right. Okay. Lovely, lovely. Where are we? Cool. All right. Let's go. Guys, you know the locale in Gensokyo, Scarlet Devil Mansion. In Gensokyo, there's a fairly large and deep lake. Near this lake stands a Western Town mansion painted in a conspicuous scarlet. This building is called the Scarlet Devil Mansion for the vampire who resides there. Oh, Rick. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate you big time. Thank you. The gaudy interior design is also a focus on the stark hues of red. However, the mansion has a few windows, so the inside... Oh, man. Sorry to hear that, dude. Keep me from being too hard on the eyes. Rather dark, right? Even so, the restless atmosphere from the whole mansion gives it a childish feel. But that is only to be expected given how Vampire Mistress is still a child. They always hold various events on the mansion ground. Most of them aren't announced in advance. However, so few other people are even aware of them other than the residents. However, there are a lot of maids. The amount of staff alone is enough to ensure a lively gathering. Holding such events shows the restless character of the mistress well suited to her dwelling. No one knows when it arrived, but it seems unlikely for it to have been there for too long. As the building seems old, it may have once stood in the outside world in the past. If a building loses its existence in the outside world, it can sometimes become an illusory one. Perhaps such an old-fashioned mansion houses may not exist there any longer. Even if they exist, they may be an imaginary building just for display and not for living in. Alright, now the Prism River Sisters, yeah, okay. Vampire and the maid serving her live inside the mansion. The existence of the whole mansion in Tokyo may show that the vampire maid are illusory beings that do not exist in the outer world anymore. Try imagining this stunning building and its residence lies in the outside world the next time you see it. Alright. There you go. Okay. Lunasa Prism River. She performed in an ensemble of Poltergeist. She has two younger sisters, Merlin and Lyrica, skilled with the stringed instruments, especially the violin. Okay. That was a fine performance at the concert. I enjoyed it as much as the other one. There was no trouble at all. Even though we have instruments, we don't sing. I see the concert was fun, and it didn't rain today either. What does the rain have to do with the concert? Here in the article about the concert, you were the one who only seemed to know it was going to rain in this article. Yes, I knew that right away. How did you know that? When the air pressure decreased, the attention did as well. I had no idea your intuition was so sharp. Intuition? There seems to be some misunderstanding. I meant the tension in my violin's bowstring. The slackens and the pitch decreases. The reverberation changed too. That's how I figured it out so soon. Oh, so that's it. I certainly thought you seemed less tense. Instrument was detuning, so my tension was also decreasing. Ah, I see. But one question that's been on my mind for a while. I said your group was a band, but I don't really know if I can call it that. How do you do it with only 3 people playing violin, trumpet, and keyboard? How long has that been bothering you? You've obviously seen us perform. I'm not finished yet. Doesn't this seem like a strange combination of instruments? How? I'm thinking that I could never imagine what kind of song that makeup of instruments could perform. It's difficult to think of a way to make them work with each other. A normal band doesn't even have a violin to begin with, right? So that, what do you mean? Nothing else needs to be said. You don't know the first thing about music. Oh, damn, okay. The essence of music is about producing sound, never about copying them. The sheet music is superfluous. Making the sound itself is the most important point. If sounds removed from nature are noise, there is no difference between excellent music and noise. It's noise, huh? I certainly agree your group is noisy. Something that can make sound, whatever it may be, can produce noise. The performance thinks music, the instruments are simply decorations. So you're saying that you played the violin as a result of just playing whichever instrument you like? No, it's just because the violin is my forte. But didn't you just say that instruments are simply decorations? If it were my forte, I wouldn't be able to play the sounds I wanted, would I? If I can't play it freely, I can't make any noise. I heard this can be a little hard to say, but to make it long story short, your concerts are cacophonous. I'm very grateful for your compliment. Does that mean a lot of sounds at once? Yeah, right. Is the middle Prism River sister going solo? They're breaking up. KSI has left the side, man. Oh, sorry, man. All right. This article is about the recent actions of the middle Prism River sister, Merlin Prism River Poltergeist. She plays the trumpet in their ensemble, but she has been performing alone on occasion. She especially tends to go to places where souls can be awoken, so I went to one to get total coverage on this issue. I saw her arrive and give her a refined trumpet recital. The night air was filled with a great number of ghosts. We also had a wide variety of personalities. Among these were the souls of those who had died holding on to grudges and attachments. Over the next several nights, she would perform on her own, usually for those who had committed suicide. Unlike when she would perform with the sisters, her sound was rich with expression. The mood was much lighter than the ghosts expected it to be, and it soared throughout the graveyard. It was as though her trumpet were controlling the ghosts, rallying them like an army. I asked for the reason behind her actions. Even though the three of us play violin, trumpet, and keyboard, the sound of each instrument has a different role. My older sister's gentle song, the melancholic sounds calm the listener's mood. My intense song can transform feeling, and my chaotic noise uplifts the listener's mood. Lyrica brings those two ends together in an ear-achingly good song with the sound of illusion. If one of the elements are lacking, then the music would run wild like some crazy magic spell. On the other hand, for these ghosts of people who commit suicide, driving them crazy helps them out. So I'm the only one who needs to perform. When we are dealing with insane people, my older sister would be a good choice, and while Lyrica wouldn't be particularly effective, it shouldn't be a problem. So basically, any one person doing whatever they want is fine, yeah? It seems the difference between the instruments and their performance goes beyond the music they produce. It's surprising that there are those who understand how to use music to change the conditions of those who listen to it, but it is indeed true. The overly rich expression of a solo trumpet performance can change the mood so quickly. It's impossible to sit still while listening to her. And while I was listening to her performance for research purposes, I became so elated that I almost knocked over a tombstone. It would be best for those of stable mind to avoid any of these three performers while they are performing by themselves. Alright. Saying people shouldn't listen to our performance is so mean, but my intended meaning was that it would be too dangerous. Even if someone as calm and collected as myself practically not there listening to you. There's no way sound don't have any effect on the spirit are worthwhile. They don't stir the heart. Oh really? Wow, that's pretty cool. Right. They don't stir the heart. I couldn't care less. My sound are emotional sound, and the spinning of my trumpet is just like an amplifier for those emotions. It spins, sound just like you. How rude. I don't go that far, but I try to enjoy every day a little bit. That sounds like fun. So how is life with your sisters? We're usually really noisy. While they say it gets loud whenever the three girls talking together. In our case, it's not because we're talking, but because we're practicing. Whoever's the loudest wins. Isn't it just amazing how we're all on the same wavelength? Don't just take my word for it. Merlin Prism River, Lunasa's younger sister, so she's also a poltergeist. She's good with wind instruments and especially favors the trumpet. Right. You say wins you say win, so everything is always a matter of winning and losing. That's more a matter of mood, I guess. So does your older sister lose the most? That's what I think, but she's the most mature out of you all. When my older sister gets loud, she really gets loud. Her noisiness level is quite high enough to break glass. You are indeed quite the poltergeist. By the way, about the article on your solo performance, did the ghosts of those who committed suicide all go to the next world? Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. They might have been able to leave the graveyard a bit. They can do that? I didn't really perform to lead dead spirits into the next world. It was only giving ghosts who still had lingering attachments to the world a little bit of fun. I thought it would be a good idea to let them forget their all too short life with some exciting songs, but I should mention that my sisters told me to do it. Your sisters must really enjoy performing to be planning them so often. Well, because I lost to Lunasa before, so winning and losing had nothing to do with the mood. I was only kidding. Now that I think of it, during your recital, I wasn't expecting you to perform with other instruments besides the trumpet. What do you call them? If I only play the trumpet, that kind of puts a limit on the melody. Being able to play as many instruments as I want at the same time sure is handy. Bro, she's a solo orchestra right there, man. I played the trombone, which spun less than the trumpet, the tuba, which spun more than the trumpet, and the French horn, which spun much more than the trumpet. And there were many others too. You measure your instrument and how much they spin? Yeah, right. I think that's a good way to get people excited. That's why I play spinning instrument. I think that's when you perform, you spin around just as much. It's exciting, right? It's exciting, right? It's exciting enough for me. Alright, in search of new sound, the source of a natural sound. I've received numerous requests. Practically the money I finished my series on the Prism River Sisters. There appears to be much interest in the mysterious sounds created by Lyrica, Prism River, Poltergeist, the Young. I similarly had a burning curiosity for how much she makes such strange unearthly sounds. I pressed her for a tell-all interview. For the uninitiated, the Prism River sisters are comprised of a violinist, Lunasa Prism River, trumpeter Merlin Prism River, and keyboarder Lyrica Prism River, going from oldest to youngest. There were live concerts in many places around in Tokyo. Lyrica's piano-like instrument plays unimaginable, extraordinary sound that clearly are not produced by natural means. It is notable for the fact that it can produce notes within a wide scale and with amazing clarity. Very few others have heard anything like it. Its keyboard itself is like an illusion. Perhaps it could be said to be the phantom of an instrument that plays sounds that have been lost in the outside world. I don't really understand how it works, but as long as it can play music, there's no problem. Sounds as well as the instruments can pass into fantasy. If they then disappear from Kentucky as well, they become phantoms. My sound is the perfect sound of fantasy that knows of the other world. It makes perfect sense that no one from this world has heard of them before, yeah? You're talking about the sound that have created death. Is it true that the phantoms can also play wondrous notes? These highly mysterious notes look like the blowing of horns or the beating of drums, give expressions like spoken words. Yeah, I really heard. In addition, they should be called phantom sounds. They might be sounds that they could have been an everyday occurrence long ago, but for some reason or another, they can no longer be heard today. Furthermore, the notes Lyrica plays are said to be sounds that have died off in the outside world. Such fantastic notes must also exist in that world too, so to speak. And so to speak, these sounds are much like the poltergeist that live in Tokyo. And nothing else that symbolizes these phantom sounds but the keyboard. Okay. Alright. Fairy of Ice eaten by giant. Oh no! What happened to Churno, bro? I set the application for the Baked Potato Club. Good old clams, high quality grain this year. Fear of bird lime, bird poaching soon to follow. It's remarkable, isn't it? What is it? Because I can stir the emotions of people through sound they've never heard before. But you still have no idea how they're made, right? Why would I have to? We recognize the remarkableness of the notes after we recognize your efforts. So you're saying you want to know how the sounds are made? How about the sound of thunder, the sound of the wind rustling through the trees, the sound of cicadas chirping, but you can't explain a single one? Yes, that is rather difficult, right? So the one making the notes is more remarkable than how they make them. I see. All the examples I was talking about are found everywhere in nature, yeah? That's why nature is remarkable. If I were to use those kind of sounds, I wouldn't be so remarkable at all. So how are your sounds remarkable? Sounds not from nature, sounds only existing in fantasy, sound not of this world, sound that have dried up. There's no one else who knows how to there's no one else who can use those kind of sounds. That's why I'm remarkable. Remarkable indeed. By the way, about these fantastic sounds, how well did you come to be able to use them? Well, damn, a poltergeist. It's only natural I can use them. If I couldn't, it would be unnatural. That's how it is, huh? I don't think that's a very satisfactory answer. There's more to us than simply being noisy ghosts. It's more like we're ghosts of noisiness. So noise can also die. Noise is the sound of life. Did I read that part? The youngster says upbeat and slick, good at every instrument, but she plays keyboard, instruments, and percussion. Okay. Right. Noise is the sound of life, the sound of feelings, emotion, and mood swings. The noisiness comes from an explosion of emotions in the living. When that noisiness removes itself from that dependence, that creates a poltergeist. Isn't that remarkable? I'm sorry, but that's not really remarkable. I can combine my sister's contrasting moods with my own remaining emotions and express them as a song. The emotions are linked through dreams that me and my sister can create the noisiness of the living thing. That's called the music of spirits or spirit song. Isn't that just remarkable? If you play music, talk about it, everything starts to blur together. Your sister has nothing on you when it comes to that. As because our sounds are our life, it really isn't that hard to understand. It may be simple for you, but I have a much harder time grasping such subject. So you can't enjoy music unless you can understand it. But if you don't understand the sounds you hear, it does not lift your spirits. If you can't tell if the technique of a musical group is great or not, you can't talk about their songs. I've only heard of humans having such a narrow view of thinking, oh, you're absolutely correct. Hearts can be moved by music, and noise is the best kind of music. You got that right. God. Aya's getting her interviews, man. Very, very interesting. Right. So. Okay, where are we? Here. Yomu time. Alright. Give me 1 second. Okay. Cool. Nobody likes Aya. What the heck, man? I like Aya. We like Aya here, don't we? Okay. On that day, a strange incident occurred at about 1 p.m. in which a massive phantom flew over against Tokyo. Those witness to the spectacle were all surprised. Excuse me, that they'd never seen such a huge number of phantoms before nightfall. Hearing the news, I chased them with the fastest speed in all against Tokyo. The phantom numbering beyond my initial expectations were all heading in the same direction as it marching. It was so cold inside the swarm of phantoms, I couldn't help but feel how strained the gap was between that and the summer heat. The one who led the group was Yomu Kompaku, half human, half phantom, who works as a gardener in the netherworld. I directly asked her in flight why and to where she was leading the huge number of phantoms. I just came here to take them back to the netherworld. Since the boundary between this world and the netherworld is thin at the moment, it's very little effort for them to cross over to this world. Yesterday there were fires for the ancestor greeting ritual all over Tokyo. Because of that, some of the phantoms got confused by the greeting and came into this world. Then even more ghosts took advantage of the situation to come to Tokyo and play around. That's why I'm taking them back home. As she said, it was birthday of Bon Festival yesterday, so humans made quite a few bonfires for the ritual. Ironic that the thoughtless fires called not only their ancestors but also a bunch of bored phantoms. Also, the gardener gave the following warning about phantoms. Even if you see any phantom, don't feed or become attached to them. Once phantoms become friendly with you, they won't leave. They won't part so easily. Plus, phantoms are extremely cold, so you risk getting frostbite if you touch them. Oh wow! If you find any phantom, please just ignore them or contact Haku Gyokuro or a shrine maiden. Though there was no sense of danger of foul play in this incident, it would seem there's not to provoke or eat any phantoms found floating in the air. Oh my god. Right, guide to notable locales in Tokyo. Oh, Dash, thank you very much, man. Thank you. Recently, there had been much ado about the netherworld being a fantastic sightseeing location. Now that the border of the netherworld has somehow thinned, it is rather easy to visit while still alive. Originally, one could only go there after they had died. Upon entering, the quiet, sprawling garden is an incredible sight to behold. It appears hazy off in the distance, and no matter how fast you fly over it, it seems like it will never end. The fact that the garden belongs to just one mansion is another incredible fact. The breathtaking garden belongs to Haku Gyokuro, a Japanese manor with tinges of the atmosphere from another land. Though the manor is indeed large, it appears small when compared to the scope of its garden. A veritable sea of cherry blossoms can be seen in the garden of Haku Gyokuro, the likes of which... Oh! Krim, thank you. Oh, no worries, Krim. Just send the actual one to me. I'll put it in the playlist. And hopefully Kenzo is lurking, so he knows. Alright, oh, you sent it in the wrong place. Oh, okay, no problem. Where is it? Give me a second. No worries. Let me just check where it is. Oh, it's in the... Oh, you sent it in the Touhou. Oh, right. Sure. Hold on. Let me bump that one up then. Touhou by 6. And then that should cancel out. That was in the remake one, yeah? Okay, lovely. So... Got you. No problem. I'll just bump that one up and then... And then add this one unless Kenzo's already added it. Why does... Bruh. YouTube, please. Don't do this to me. There we go. And let me refresh that. There you go. Unfortunately, I can't... Oh, not that one. I can't remove a tip, but I can, like, take it into account by bumping up stuff, right? Okay. Alright, cool. Okay, Hyaku Gyokuro. Recently, there's been much ado about Netherworld being a fantastic... No worries, it's all good. Now that the border of the Netherworld has somehow thinned, it is rather easy to visit while still alive. Originally, one could only go there after they had died. Upon entering, the quiet, sprawling garden is an incredible sight to behold. Yeah, it's a very easy fix. All I have to do is just bump up the number to take into account that tip should have gone somewhere else, if that makes sense. So yeah, it's all good. The fact that the garden belongs to just one mansion is another incredible fact. This breathtaking large garden belongs to the Haku Gyokuro, a Japanese manor with tinges of the atmosphere from another land. Though the manor is indeed large, it appears small when compared to the scope of its garden. A veritable sea of cherry blossoms can be seen in the garden of Haku Gyokuro, the likes of which are unheard of anywhere else in Gensokyo. Plenty of phantoms and yokai are attracted by these. Well, how did I just lose myself? Plenty of phantoms and yokai are attracted by the beautiful flowers. Visit here every year. Recently living humans and have finally learned of its existence. That's why Haku Gyokuro's flower viewing parties are said to be beyond life and death. No one is certain. Can't you just manually add yes, I can do that as well, but that's not the issue though. The issue, I mean, because that doesn't, I mean, I should do that actually. The issue is that it has a 6 where it shouldn't have, and I can't remove that 6. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I should do this as well actually. There you go. There it is. Well, I'm surprised. The other one is that's a gaming one with 166 now, so that feels definitely wrong. But no, it has to. We have to leave it like that. All right. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. That's why I said. Beyond life and death, no one is certain how long the border will remain thin, so it'd be a good idea to visit as soon as possible. I also took part in a party. A huge number of ghosts and the 3 Prism River sisters live in concert, created for an exciting experience. I thought the Netherworld was a quiet place, so I was surprised. So I was surprised how different my impression was from reality. Right. There you go. Okay. In other words, humans will be able to... Ooh, I like this track. Okay. In other words, humans will be able to live merrily like this in the world after death. So they should live their lives to the fullest while they're alive. In order to live this happy lifestyle in the netherworld, they must work hard without committing suicide so they don't go to hell. Considering these humans appear to be both industrious and adorable beings. Aya called me adorable. I'll take it. Yomu Kompaku, a half phantom and half human, an earnest dual katana wielding swordswoman tripling as the gardener of the Saigyoji clan and the guardian of their mistress. Okay. It's been a year since this event, yet the number of phantoms hasn't seemed to have decreased at all. I'm still doing my best. I know I am. It doesn't change the outcome. Yes, okay, already had become accustomed to the phantoms. It's now perfectly normal to see phantoms flying around everywhere. Are you being sarcastic? Not at all. Bro, I am not used to newspaper format, man. This is so confusing, dude. Oh my god. Especially like not seeing the newspaper like right up in front of you. This line spacing and formatting is kicking my ass, man. Not at all. Maybe we're becoming more familiar with the netherworld or constantly staring death in the staring death in the face. That feeling of teetering on the brink. I don't know what you're trying to say, but it definitely become easier to travel between this world and the netherworld. These days, living humans and yokai come to the netherworld without even thinking about it, and the dead come to this world too. Isn't this an acceptable situation? It's not. I don't think it is anyway. You don't sound convinced. The dead belong to another world. The living belong to this world. The natural order of things is ideal. Slight disturbances should not affect much. The dead aren't about to come back to life, and the living won't unexpectedly drop dead. So I'm not sure why I have to keep the phantom in the netherworld and keep the living out. If you're confused, the situation will never return to normal, I guess. Plus, the boundary between the netherworld and the world doesn't look like it'll be repaired. I can't do anything by myself. By the way, you're also a living human, aren't you? But why do you work in the netherworld? Me? I've never thought of that. But I'm a dead human too, so you don't have to think about it too hard. I'm expecting an answer like I'm paid well or I have a lot of time off. I've never been paid at all. And what's time off? Sounds like Kenzo. No, I'm kidding. What a pity. Oh, I don't need any sympathy. I get a snack at 3 o'clock and I've gone sick leave before, I guess. Truly a pity. Anyway, I've served the Saigyoji clan since I was born, so it's natural for me. I wonder the natural thing to do is always right. The natural order of things is right. They say it differs from person to person. I'm not talking about that kind of obvious common sense. The dead belong to another world and the living belong to this world. The yokai eat humans and the humans defeat yokai. I've been taught that the natural order of this world is the overlying ultimate truth. And one of your natural things is to have no salary and no vacation. Yokai practice animal abuse. What? The sound of terror that assaults our idyllic Gensokyo. On that day, I suddenly heard a yelp similar to that of a fox. And oh no! What's going on here? Around 2 in the morning, it did not seem like a trifling matter, so I rubbed my sleepy eyes and headed for the source. When I arrived, I saw in front of me a yokai cruelly sitting on a fox in a shocking display. Is that Yukari and Ran? right. I am Crow Tengu is extremely heart-wrenching scene. The offender was Yukari Yakuma, okay. She's an elusive, one-of-a-kind yokai. Her very existence, her very being itself is a mystery, as is her background. She always wears ostentatious clothing with an unsettling smile, intimidating all who come in contact with her. The offender had this to say regarding her action. Animal abuse? My, when did I ever do such a thing? Ah, you mean Ran here? This isn't abuse, it's just a little disciplining. Besides, Ran may look like a fox, but she's a Shikigami. She's not an animal. Oh my goodness. Ms. Yakuma Yokai, unyielding in her denial of abuse. Wow. Since the offender's words are completely illogical nonsense, which any normal person would have difficulty understanding, I've taken the liberty of interpreting them such a way that will make them clearer. The offender's accused can be explained as follows. Ran, the fox, being abused, is not an animal at all, but a Shikigami. A Shikigami are not animals, merely tools. And the more one uses a tool, the more one loves it. That is why she uses her frequently. She said that emotional load is not enough. That is another form of love. She smacks the fox as she smacks the fox's head with her parasol. Oh my god. What is this? Gaslight. Alright. Listen, Shikigami need only do as they are ordered. Today you went ahead and fought with humans, did you not? I do not recall ordering that. No matter what may happen, no matter how dangerous the situation may appear to be, you are only to do as I say. That is what's best for you. The offender continued with the irrational claims, attempting to justify abuse. As I am half animal, I intended to pursue this further. Amazing. Illusion magic, dying in the danger field in the night. Right. When I wrote this song, I designed it to start out eerie and slowly become more and more courageous. Something like going to a graveyard in the middle of the night on a dare, except it's no ordinary trial. The trial accepted by those who truly believe they are mingling with the netherworld, like they become wandering spirits themselves. The part of this song that leaves the most of an impression is the cute yet courageous hook. It's like imagining mysterious girls dancing around among a gravesite with no tombstones. If you think of it that way, even the intro with the ghostly sounds, as I call them, also sounds cute. The sound that most ghosts seem to make are like woo, and that's the image of them as well. I think that even in the rain, the sound of ghosts would resonate clearly. I see, and I'll never yield when it comes to animal abuse. I'm not abusing any bees. Besides, you're the one that wrote this, no? You fully understand. Yukari Yakumo, a yokai living in Gensokyo from long ago and has the ability to control boundaries. As an old friend of Yuyoko, she's sometimes asked for favors, usually sees during the day, but possesses enormous power. Okay. No, I do not understand. What I witnessed was nothing other than animal abuse. Seeing things from only one point of view shows that you lack imagination and analytical skills. Even if the answer is right before your eyes, you will overlook it. That's because you're only looking at the backside of the answer. But that sort of quality is well suited for a reporter. Even if I do not understand what you're saying, all I need to do is find the reality of the situation. That's because my job is to tell only the truth. How can you see the truth without seeing the whole picture? Your newspaper is going to stay shoddy like that. The Bundan Mara newspaper is nowhere near shoddy. At any rate, I'll explain once again for Ran's sake. It's not abuse, it's discipline. Ran is a Shikigami, so she does not do exactly as I say. She will be unable to perform at her optimal efficiency. Despite that, she ignored orders and fought with humans, so I scolded her. When she had been in danger, she didn't fight. Not at all, she was only in danger because she fought. You understand? Ran is not a fox, but a Shikigami. Oh my god. That claim is what I do not understand. Exactly how are they different? Exactly, man. By following my will, Ran can attain power equal to my level. Therefore, if she properly follows my orders, it would be impossible for her to lose. If she acts on her own, the power will be weakened to a degree that I could not compare in the least. Fighting in that state would be nothing more than foolishness. What if she were sure she could win like that? With a more reliable method for victory on her hand, what need is there to choose a hazardous one? That would only end up with Ran in danger. Yep. That's why, unless I am somewhat strict in my teaching, it would not be of any benefit to her. In addition, Ran occasionally forget that she's a Shikigami, a servant, and extremely dangerous. If she does not have a firm grasp on her position, she will easily divert from the path I have laid out. It's likely because I was unable to supervise her while I was asleep, but at the very least, it now seems like she will not soon lose sight of who the master is. Isn't that only because she is scared of being abused? No, there is a difference in power and virtue between us. I will not be fooled by your self-accommodating explanations. You truly have no comprehensive faculty. I am only burning with righteous anger. Whatever reason you may have, I cannot overlook abuse. My, you are quite the cute one. What do you become my Shikigami? Maybe you'll come to understanding by putting yourself in Ran's shoes. I am against animal abuse. Oh my god. The width of the Sanzu River calculated. and the math magician did this to kill time. On that day, a mathematics whiz calculated the width of the Sanzu River, astonishing related parties. The Sanzu River is the river that separates this world and the next. This river has no fixed width. Rather, it is famous for extending to extreme distances under certain circumstances. Because of this, calculating the width of the river was assumed to be impossible. Numerical super genius who accomplished this feat is Ran Yakumo Shikigami. Her computational prowess is unbelievable, able to solve complicated equations in an instant. When asked why she decided to try and calculate the width of the Sanzu River, she simply replied that it was to waste time. While our readers may be curious about the width of the Sanzu River, some degree of specialized knowledge is needed to understand the formulas involved. For that reason, this article will not go into detail. Yeah, thank you. No math, man. I suggest those interested ask her directly. As for the general synopsis, right. The Sanzu River is not a normal river, but one that carries away the past. That is why the actual length is different from the observed length. It is necessary to know the history of the deceased to calculate that distance. The breadth of the river, depending on the person, can take either a mere instant to cross or a practically interminable amount of time. Humans may not know what factor determines this, but it has been said to be related to the ferryman's fee. The more you pay the ferryman, the shorter the distance. Plotting the curve of this inversely proportional function, we see that the closer to zero the ferryman receives, the closer the distance approaches. Wow, okay. Infinity. Conversely, the more the ferryman is paid, the closer the distance approaches zero. Also, wealth in the other world is not the same thing as wealth in the present world. Humans cannot bring their fortune from this world to the next when they die. That is why it seems the amount is determined by other factors. From here on, calculation taken into account. Yeah. Oh my god. It's like when ChatGPT cooks when you've asked a silly question or a simple question. Like, wait a second, I didn't say all that. Oh man. Oh, what the heck. Calculation taken right. However, even though she says she can accurately calculate the distance, the equation is so complicated, nobody is able to verify her computations with no way to tell if she's correct. I do not feel that this could be could be of the size use. Okay. Mirage on the lake at night, unknown cause, flying yoga misfortune, bamboo shoots in the season. But it is correct. Oh, I haven't seen a point of accomplishment of this scale. Oh, but in the long time, I told you that I only did this out of boredom. But you really are good at mathematics, unlike me. Here, an equation with 1,000 formulae. And here's the proof. I'm a Shikigami, so something like this is just child's play. You always think of such things when you're bored. Ran Yakumo, Yukari Shikigami. She acts when her master is asleep. Though she's a Shikigami, she's able to teach the Shikigami herself. Shen, right? I try to calculate things like how many particles it would take to blanket Tokyo with mist, or how long it would take to reach the North Star. You must always be really bored. I've got time to wait since Lady Yukari is sleeping all the time. This is what they mean when they say Shikigami are good with mathematics. Naturally, equations themselves are Shikigami. Just as the equation that neither diverge nor converge produce an infinite number of solid objects, so did the equation Lady Yukari uses to increase my power indefinitely. Therefore, I act as the Therefore, I act as the equation command. So that's how it is. I don't think I can keep up acting in a predetermined fashion. Be too constraining. Even if you could fly many times faster than you could now, even if you could become many times stronger, speed means nothing if I can't control it. Freedom gives flight meaning. Yeah, I don't know. I think I've got a bit of a allergy thing going on right now. God. Even you could land many times more screws. Do you want me to make you my Shikigami? Please spare me. Wait, aren't you a Shikigami yourself? I am a Shikigami, but I can also use Shikigami. Must be something in the air, I guess. I'm controlling one right now. That's surprising. If it weren't so, then you wouldn't know the reason I determined the width of the Sanzu River, would you? Oh, I see. Since you use a Shikigami, you're good at the equation, which means that even as you're run by equations, you're also controlling them. Yes. Alright. So it's akin to creating a new formula and then making it another formula that will solve it. Does that mean your master is better at numbers than you are? It goes without saying that there is no comparison. I can never understand, much less solve Lady Yukari's equations. Wow, how terrifying. Lady Yukari would determine not only the Sanzu River's width, but also the depth of the world, the Abichi. She'd find out how long it would take Ursa Major to devour the North Star all in an instant. Normally, all she does is sleep, but the instant she opens her mouth, she gives orders no one else would even think up. The conversation got into a whole other dimension. So still yokai around with that much power. Wow. Do I read I guess yeah, oh, 68. We stopped there, yeah? All right. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Thank you very much, Grim. What a banger. My goodness, literally reading not only Aya's newspaper article, but also the interviews that she's had as well. That was fun. I enjoyed that one. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much, Grim. Appreciate it big time, man. All right. Lovely, 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 lovely. Let's get on here. Do we have clips? I think we do have clips before we head on to Twitch. Oh, we got shorts. We got shorts, yeah? Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. Ah, cute. Love it. Oh, whoopsie. Sorry. All right. I think how you can read for more than an hour 30 like that. I know. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I've had practice, man. I used to give a lot of presentations and a lot of like teaching and stuff like that back in my day. Back in the day, bro. But yeah. All right. And now you understand why Aya gets. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like Aya was getting the cold shoulder, man. I wouldn't treat Aya like that. I like you, Aya. I like you. Oh, that's all right. That's who is this? Hatate? Hayate? Oh, Hatate. There it is. All right, let's go. Aya and Hatate. Oh my god. She's such a rage baiter. Oh my goodness. It's very obnoxious while working. Yeah, fair enough. But why? Just because she can. You're approaching me? Oh, who's this? Wait, is that Hatate? What? It is. Oh shoot, bro! I didn't recognize her for some reason. Okay, is it Tengu fit? Right. Okay. Oh no! Ah, she took the battery. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh god, I love this animator so much, man. Mirai Somang, thank you. Oh, she shared it as well. Oh, okay. I really is such a troll, man. Uh-oh. Oh no! Oh, who's this? Hello? Oh, is this Kagero? Oh no! I understood that reference. Ah man, that's great. That's great. Yeah, I hope I'd remember Kagero. Like that's one of the Touhou characters I knew of before I knew Touhou. Yeah, Mirai Somang is great. Yo guys, please show them the love, man. Actually incredible animations there. Wow. Rightio. And I believe that is it. And now we go on to music, is that right? Yeah. Right. Lovely. Guys, thank you very much. That is the... Oh, really? Hey, let's have a look. Hold on. Let's have a look. What have you been cooking? Oh, my... God. Dude, you're actually so freaking good at this, man. Oh, my God. Dude, this is amazing. Hold on. Bro. Wow. Oh my god, that's great. That's brilliant. I actually look like a paparazzi as well there, man. That's crazy. Lovely, lovely, lovely. All right, thank you very much, man. Appreciate it big time. We'll call it there for the right. We'll call it there for the clip section, for the reading section, and then we'll head on over to Twitch for the songs right away. So, guys, if you haven't already, be sure to check out here. All right, agreed, man. Agreed. Thank you for your hard work, Krim. Appreciate it big time, man. This is gonna be Shabir at Velo City, and I'll catch you in about 5 minutes. Peace. On to Velo. On to Velo. Bye bye. See you guys in a bit.